Hey, folks, this is Frank, Trades with Dex. This is Frank, the trading novice, trading with my main man, Dex, 20-plus year veteran of the markets, and, of course, the creator of the PulseWave Price Triggers. So excited to be back after a long weekend. How you doing, Dex?
I am excited to be here, man. I'm glad to be back myself.
Awesome. Yeah, it was, did you have a good Memorial Day weekend?
It was outstanding. I have to admit, it wasn't like one of those weekends, like normal weekends that go by so quickly
Yeah.
before you even blink, it's over. Nah,
Right.
This one seemed like it was well paced and it was perfect.
That's awesome. All right, cool. So, I gotta grab this screen, pull this over here. I'm still getting used to this, doing our live streams on the Hangouts instead of the Zoom. So, hey, if you're with us live, let us know in the comments. I know we posted the link in our room, and usually we do this kind of stuff on Monday morning, but or Sunday evening rather. But here we are on Tuesday morning after the long weekend, doing our pre-market pulse scan stuff. So we're going to take a look at everything that's going on in the markets, see what Dex is trading this week, and take some requests from people who are live on the chat. Hey, Will, welcome. Guys, get ready if you're live with us. Get ready if you have any particular things you want Dex to look at. Of course, first he's going to start by just letting us know what the rally and crash alerts are. And if you want to get in our room right now, you lucked out because me and my team were not able to launch our new website last week like we were pretty sure we were going to be able to, but that didn't work out. So watchustrade.io is still on sale. The price is going up once we launch that new website, or soon thereafter. So watchustrade.io if you'd like to get access to the PulseWave price triggers, like the members of our room do, our membership does every single night, Sunday through Thursday. Then you can get in there. Watchustrade.io currently on sale. Because we're about to increase our price once our new service is released under a different name. So that's where you can get that. All right, Dex, what are we looking at? I personally am pretty excited about BitTorrent right now because I was heavy in that and got out. But I'll let you tell us where you'd like to start, and then I'll bug you about BitTorrent later. We had an interesting crypto weekend though, for sure.
Well, since you went there, we'll start with the cryptos.
Thanks, man.
All right. It should be noted that right now, Bitcoin futures are up $630.
Nice.
We're trading at 87.60 after hitting 9,055 this morning. All right. So Bitcoin futures are very strong so far this morning. So looks like the cash market should be following suit. Should be able to break above 9,000 as well. The question is going to be, will it be able to sustain it?
Remind me of the futures. What's the future symbol? I can't remember.
Well, you have to be a member of the room in order to get symbols.
It's XBT, right? I got it.
XBT, yeah. Yeah. Notice how that was it a 1 hour you have up?
No, that's not it. Okay. Here it is. This is Bitcoin. BitTorrent. This is the Bitcoin dollar index. Now I have it up.
All right.
Right in that cloud.
It's popping in it. Your thing is popping in and out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know why. Because I think every time I speak, it switches.
To
me, and then it goes. Yeah.
I think there's a thing I can do with that. Hold on. Present to everyone. How about now? Better? Let's see.
Still going in and out. Okay, now it's solid.
Okay.
Great. Now it's solid. Okay. All right. So basically, what you have here is the weekly chart of the Bitcoin. We're looking at the cash market. For those who don't know, I refer to when I'm talking about Bitcoin, I call it the cash market because we have a futures contract now. So we refer to that as cash or spot. All right. So here we are. You're looking at the Bitcoin chart. You can see it's deep in that Kumo cloud now.
Oh, you want just bit? I think I did. I misspoke. I thought we were looking at it, but we're not. This is the. let's see. What do we want? We want.
Is this BTC you got up, or are you looking at the futures?
Here's BTC Tether. Is that what you want?
No, keep it what you got up. That's fine. You got
Okay.
on. You got
Cool.
the yeah. We're good. Okay.
Yeah,
So
this is straight BTC now.
okay. Notice how the charts are the same basically.
Mm-hmm.
So the futures right now is leading the cash because your last price right now where you are on here. I can't really see the screen.
865. 8668.
Okay, 8668 is where you
Mm-hmm.
are right now on that.
Yeah.
All right, so 8668. All right, yeah. So the futures is leading the cash market right now, which is how it's supposed to be. In a really good, bullish run, you should always have it so that the futures are leading the market. Because again, futures take into account, storage and interest, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you can see you're deeper in the Kumo cloud. You can see that it's a strong just movement. You haven't had any correction whatsoever since the beginning of April. Just going basically straight up, just straight vertical, which normally does not happen. But this market is trying to really show strength, trying to turn itself into a runaway market. And when that happens, you don't fight the tape, you don't fight the trend. You keep buying and you keep taking profits all the way up until the end of the run, until it reverses itself. Right now, there's absolutely nothing bearish on the chart, other than the fact that it's in the Kumo cloud. And normally when you're in that Kumo cloud, you're going to see all types of whipsaws. You're going to see the market trading both top and bottom sides of the trading range. So even though it's in the cloud now, which is technically a consolidation situation, that's not what you're seeing. You're seeing this thing ripping and running and trying to act like it wants to cut right through the cloud. Remember, I told you about 1% or so of the time markets will cut through the cloud, either through the top side or bottom side of a cloud as they enter, like a hot knife through butter. That's what this is trying to do. This is threatening to do that. We're midway now in the cloud, about midway. Still have a long way to go, but all this market technically needs to do is, by sometime in July, to really get, some settlements above that 9,000 mark, and that would really add more energy to this play. So, if you remember our previous conversations when we were doing the analysis on the Bitcoin, and I was showing everybody where the resistance points were, and between like 85, 87, all the way up to 9,000 was like your first level resistance, going all the way up with a possibility of seeing about 11, between 10,005 and 11,000, somewhere around there. So that's kind of what we see playing itself out now.
Yeah.
So I really don't have too much to say more on that one because we're seeing it play out right now.
Yeah. So still inside the cloud, which it has a danger of the whipsaw side to side effect that you're talking about. But is that what you're saying, that there is a good chance that we bust out somewhere around here in July, and then you would be confirming a bull market then, if that
Absolutely.
happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Because I mean, we're not that far from 9,000 now. So if we could just maintain that for a few weeks, because this is a weekly chart. Yeah, very interesting. And you've been saying all along, we would call this locked in bullish momentum according to the PulseWave system.
Right.
But not until you see it above this red. This is what we call the Kumo cloud. Not until you see it actually poke out of this red Kumo cloud can you confirm that it's a bull market. You there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay.
So, but I was asking, not until it pops out of this red Kumo cloud above it would you confirm that we're in a bull market.
Yeah. Well, let's define what we mean by bull market. Okay. Right now, we are in a bull market per se because we're in a bullish retracement off bear market lows. All right.
Okay.
So technically speaking, we are bullish in this market. However, we're not in a long-term, strong bull market,
Right.
because we don't have price and trend lines outside of the Kumo cloud, top side of the Kumo cloud. When that happens, then we will be technically officially in a new bull market. We're bullish. We are bullish on the momentum. We're bullish, on the daily and the intraday charts, but we're not um, officially bullish the weekly chart until price and trend line supports are trading topside the Kumo cloud. Everything has to be out of the cloud.
Yeah.
So with that being said, though, there's nothing bearish on the chart.
Mm-hmm.
The market has not run out of steam yet. But because you're in the Kumo cloud of death, you have to always anticipate and be prepared for the correction within this move, along with consolidation. So first comes the correction, and we're either going to do it, while we're in the cloud or not.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. This cloud was like this oncoming storm of what is it going to do? When we were down here, it was like it seemed like it was so far away when you were close on it, and
Right.
it's handling it great.
Well, get ready for the pullback / correction off of this run,
Mm-hmm.
and then once it pulls back and finds that support, then you're going to trade sideways until it decides if it's going to break out or break down outside of the cloud.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So with this one, all I can say is, the system is still long, and use those stops accordingly.
Very cool.
Let the market tell you when it's time to get out of longs.
Awesome, man. All right. What do you want to look at next?
All right, let's take a look at. Give me a quick second here. Let's see. I'll just be a momentos. Let's see here. Let's go to. Let's pull up the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100.
There we go.
All right, waiting on you.
No, I got it up.
No, I see Bitcoin Tether.
Are you looking at
Oh, I
our
was looking at
screen?
the wrong screen.
You're looking at us
My
from
bad.
a minute ago.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. Okay. So yeah, I always do that. I always make that mistake. Okay. Looking at the QQQ, you do have up the weekly chart right now. You notice how the price is still correcting off those highs. All right. And that's what you see happening. So the equity markets have entered in full blown correction mode, as we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, where is the market going to support it? And it looks like this one is still technically in free fall. All right. And can it correct itself at any point? Yes. Why is that? Because we're still trading topside the Kumo cloud. As long as your trend lines and price are outside of that Kumo cloud, there's still a overall bullish complexion in the market.
Mm-hmm.
It just has not really manifested itself yet to show you if the trend is exhausted or not. And then that's when the PulseWaves come into play, because the PulseWaves will pick up what is not seen with the naked eye on that chart. So now here's the interesting part. Are you ready for this? According to the algos, the market is already in the Kumo cloud, the algo Kumo cloud.
Mm.
See, you wouldn't know that because
No.
just looking at your chart, right?
Right.
In addition to that, the market still is locked in with negative momentum on the QQQ, and it is still vulnerable to resume its sell-off. Now, coming into today, we did have a rally alert on the daily chart. Okay, and from what I'm looking at right now, the market has not fulfilled that. just yet. The day is still young. We'll see what happens. But this is a daily, not the weekly. So I'm expecting and anticipating that if the market does not rally, that this rally alert will be negated by the close of today, and we'll probably end up having
Hmm.
a sell alert going into tomorrow.
Right.
So it's really interesting when you get into these correction modes. You'll often get these rally alerts, but then right behind it, you won't get any follow through because the downside is starting to heat up or
So
the sell off is strengthening.
you get a rally alert without a trigger. It doesn't trigger the price.
Yeah, that's what that
Yeah.
means. Remember, the price triggers always confirm your alerts.
Yeah.
All right. If they don't, then that means that the market was not ready to move just yet in that direction. So I'm still saying that we are in a corrective mode in the US stock indexes, and every rally will be looked to be sold here.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
keep that in mind.
and this is helpful. You know, we had a nice handful of new people come in the room last week, and so this is an important note on how to use the PulseWave price triggers. Just because you have a rally alert doesn't mean you get in. It means if you're interested in that particular instrument, you would place a stop order at the trigger price. You wouldn't just get in. That would be bad because
Correct.
the price is going to confirm the likelihood of an actual rally. And so one of the benefits of trading that way is it keeps you out when the rally doesn't manifest.
Yeah, and the thing about it is too, I like about the PulseWave price triggers is that certain criteria have to be met before the price trigger is hit anyway,
Yeah,
and you get into the trade. So if those conditions aren't met, the system is designed to keep you out of the market, out of those trades,
exactly.
because those are what bad trades. So it filters those out for you, so you don't have to worry about it. So get back to the even on a weekly perspective, the market is showing that on the weekly, you're still on the QQQ, you're still in that bull market. But here's the thing though, you got that locked in negative momentum. So that's your sell right there. Is telling you that the shorts are still in control of this market, and you're not looking on the weekly chart to even consider buying the QQQ this week. All right, you're looking at the weakness and waiting for that to develop. And if you take a look at the sheet for today on the weekly, it's letting you know exactly where those points are and where those conditions are that have to be met. And I'm going to say that the QID, the quid, is still in play for this week. Now, because it's a holiday, week, it's a short trading week, we probably won't get much action as far as, things triggering. And that's just because, you know, this is Tuesday. You normally see a Tuesday reversal.
Hmm.
And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. We are kind of seeing that reversal come into play. So what I'm doing, this is just me personally, I have no tickets working today, today because the market needs to undo what it did yesterday
Hmm.
as far as the futures, which they traded abbreviated schedule yesterday.
Okay.
So I need to see how everything's going to shake out today.
Yeah, and
Now,
you don't really trust what happens with weekend and holiday trading.
no, weekend and holiday movements are irrelevant because when the real world wakes up and comes in to join the party, that's when everything's really going to change and show its true nature. So it's better just to be patient and relax and let the market tell you what it's going to do. So as for me, I'm not looking to do anything until after the close today. So I'll be ready to do some things tomorrow and Thursday. But on holiday weeks, that's just how I roll because I know that you know markets can be pushed around during these thinly traded sessions, and the true path of the market is not revealed until everybody comes back into the market the following business day. So right
Right.
now I'm chilling to see how things are going to shake themselves out. But I got my eye on the market though. specifically on the weekly chart side, because that's going to kick everything off. If I see any one of these price triggers get hit and the market sustains it and doesn't pull back from it, then I know that the move is confirmed, and I'll be all over it, first thing tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I'm playing the market this week.
Cool.
Also, I'm looking at the U.S. dollar. I don't know in your chart schematic there if it's $ DXY or just DXY or .DXY. It should be one of those. You can pull that up real quick.
Is that it? Dollar currency index?
What's the price? Yep, that'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work. Okay, so as you can see here, it's consolidating top side the Kumo cloud. It ceased trending at this point. It's just kind of consolidating.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're not hitting new highs, but not really hitting new lows either. You're just trading off on days up, down, up, down, up, down. That's kind of what you're doing. And you can almost like set your watch by it. So you're consolidating here. Markets doesn't have a lot of conviction. It's trying to decide where it wants to go. The overall picture, though, on this weekly chart is bullish because your top side, the Kumo cloud, with your trend line supports and your price. So it could keep marching on here. There's nothing bearish in the chart. You just entered into a intraday day trade type of a situation. And what that means is you can expect these, up today, down tomorrow type scenarios to keep playing themselves out. And what you could do if there's an alert in the system, you can take advantage of that. It'll let you know when it's the opportune time to do that. So today you may have like a buy, and then tomorrow you have a sell, and then of course the price triggers will give you the certain market conditions to look for in order to take advantage of that. So that's how that works.
You want to take some chart requests, or is there any other rallies or crashes you want to take a look at?
Hold on one second. All right, let's see here. Looking at the crystal ball. Let's say I know people are more so about what can they buy first, but I'm gonna give you the crash alerts first.
Okay.
All right. So starting it off on the weekly, as far as notables on the crash alert side, you have the inverse ETF, the DXD, which is the Dow, which should suggest that the Dow should try to attempt a rally this week. Now, of course, the price triggers themselves will confirm these moves. All right, they will confirm or deny these moves. And as we speak right now, it's done neither. No price triggers have been hit just yet. We have an inverse ETF crash alert on FAZ. That's FAZ, which is the inverse financial sector ETF, which suggests that the financial sector may get a little boost this week, try to rally. Believe it or not, in GBTC, which is our ETF for the Bitcoin, is also having a crash alert today, even though you see Bitcoin is up very strong, and so is GBTC. So I'm glad that crash alert hasn't played out just yet, but you need to anticipate at some point this week, because we do have that crash alert, that it's probably going to be time to see a correction. So trade accordingly with that. Keep those stops tight. Let's see what else. We got sell-offs in Microsoft. We got sell-off in Starbucks crash alert. Got a crash alert in, let's see, anyone who trades the credit cards. Visa has a crash alert. You want to be prepared with that. And here's another one, UUP, which is the ETF for the long dollar. So how you had that dollar chart up, someone wanted to take advantage of that, but didn't want to play, on the FOREX side or the future side, but they'd rather stick with the equity side. You can trade UUP, which is the long dollar, or UDN, That's Unicorn David Nancy. That's the inverse ETF for the dollar. So if you're anticipating the price of the dollar to decline, you get long the UDN. All right. And if you think the dollar is going to continue to strengthen and break par eventually, like I do, then you're going to go get long the UUP. Well, UUP has a crash alert, which suggests that you could expect the price of the dollar to continue to decline somewhat. We did come off of those strong 98 handles. We're down to the low 97 handle now. So, oh no, we just got strong again. Okay. So we were like getting toward mid 97. Now we're at 97.86. So it's starting to strengthen again. So the dollar is still locked in on the bull camp, but we can't ignore the crash alert for the week either there. Let's see what else. Crude oil. The crude oil futures has a crash alert for the week. Keep in mind the tensions overseas, though, can negate all this. So I would highly suggest that you watch, keep an eye on that. If you're going to play the oil, you can use DIG or DUG. All right, DIG is the long oil, and DUG is the inverse ETF to short the crude oil. So keep an eye on those. Let's see. Do we have anything else? I don't see a whole lot of notable forex like the euro yen, which could be a good sign if you're still bullish the stock market. And those are the notables on the crash alerts. Let's see. As far as the rally alerts go, the notables for rallying this week on the weekly chart, silver has a rally alert. And when I say silver, I mean the silver spot. We got corn futures with rally alerts for this week. Now, here's something a little contradictory, which is interesting. That's why I say I like to wait a day, because you never know how things are going to play out during the holidays and what's going to shake out. But the S&P 500, all right, the ETF that tracks that, the SPY, which tracks the E-mini S&P 500 futures, that has a rally alert for the week, even though it also right now is showing locked in selling pressure. So this will be interesting. Nintendo, those of you who like to trade gaming stocks, has a rally alert on it. Netflix has one. We do need to have a discussion, though, a side chat about Hack. Hack has a rally alert, folks, this week. So I take that alert very seriously. Perhaps, remember, Hack is not just an instrument you trade, make money off of. Hack is also an indicator of false flagdom. So I would definitely keep my eye on that particular one. Let's see what else.
What other signal service is gonna give you false flag alerts?
I know, right? None on the planet. Let's see. Facebook has a rally alert also. Oh, here's that euro yen on the forex side. We do have a rally alert for the euro dollar and for the euro yen for this week. They have rally alerts. It should be noted, though, that this is an interesting one because the euro and the euro yen. Now, the euro yen really tracks the S&P 500 very well. The euro is kind of sort of does too, but not as technically sound as the euro yen's tracking of the U.S. stock market. It should be noted, though, that on the euro yen side, we're in a correction from its bullish phase. It's in full blown correction mode from the longer term weekly chart, and it does have locked in negative momentum. So that suggests that the correction will continue, but what the system is looking at and suggesting is that based on current market activity, that we have a bullish sign that this market may try to stage a rally this week to try to, come off of correction mode. Same thing with the euro. The difference, though, is the euro doesn't have any negative momentum in it on the weekly chart. It's still in a stage of correction, but it doesn't have that locked in momentum on the negative side anymore. And it has a rally alert. So its rally alert is stronger than the euro yen's rally alert. This could be a pure technical play just off of the ebb and flow of the euro versus the dollar, which is why the euro dollars, buy signal is a little bit cleaner than the euro yen, but we still cannot ignore the alerts. So basically, um, look at those price triggers, and you're going to be looking for certain market conditions based on the sheet to look for entry points on those if those criterion are met. The next notable rally alert is Caterpillar. Now, Caterpillar is sort of like Dr. Copper. All right, the copper futures and Caterpillar are used as indicators to show the strength of the U.S. economy. All right, and looking at our gross national product thing, industry, things of that nature. So if they're strong, then it usually says that our economy will be strong too. All right, especially with demand for copper goes up, and Caterpillar sees a demand and equipment sales that is saying the industry is strong, housing is strong or whatever. Well, in this situation, Caterpillar has been in a bullish correction, a correction off the bull highs. And not only did they have locked in negative momentum, but today for this week, we have a straight up momentum shift change. All right. So
Mhm.
what that means when you
What's
see
the symbol?
we're looking at Caterpillar, CAT, cat.
As soon as I asked, I'm like, oh, that's CAT.
Yeah, see, remember now the algos tell you what you don't necessarily see or what's not manifested in the chart itself.
Mhm.
So this one is suggesting that instead of having the locked in momentum, that it is a possible trend change
Hmm.
that we're about to leave out of the bearish correction off of the bull market highs and turn into a actual bear market.
Hmm.
All right, can't stress that enough. Take a look at that reading. Take a look at that signal and that negative momentum column, and that tells you what you need to know. So this one is suggesting that something bigger may be in play, and much more further declines could be coming. So if you are a holder of Caterpillar stock, you definitely need to take heed to the warning on this weekly on the weekly charts here and look for these market conditions,
Mhm.
because if this one triggers, then that confirms the signal, and we're looking at bad news not just for Caterpillar but also for um, the U.S. economy as a whole.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens. If pray and hope that rally alert gets triggered. All right, looking at Google. Google has a rally alert. It is still in a locked in bull market, and it has locked in bearish momentum, which means that this market is possibly trying to enter into correction mode. We will see. It's been strong, but you cannot deny the locked in negative momentum. Depending on how this thing behaves this week, it could come off of that lock and relock in the bullish trending mechanism, and it can continue to roll. It's already a super expensive stock. All right, once you hit that $1,200 mark, insane. Litecoin has a rally alert for this week as well. All right, and it's in a bearish Kumo cloud, um, but it has no locked in negative momentum, but it does have a rally alert. So I think that the alt coins are catching, a nice wave off of the bullish Bitcoin momentum. Live cattle futures have a rally alert. The Australian dollar has a rally alert. And the question is going to be, can it take gold with it? Can it take gold with it? Is gold going to see a bid this week? All right. So far, it would suggest that we're not, because gold futures are down almost $6 as we speak. All right. So it is trading at the 1277 handle. having a real hard time staying above 1300. So technical pressure abounds in the metals. Let's see, we got cane, which is ticker CANE. It tracks the sugar futures, has a rally alert, but it's in a bear market, a locked-in bear market with locked-in bearish momentum. The rally alert for the week on the weekly suggests that perhaps we may be hitting a bottom, and the market could be getting poised for a correction. Ethereum also has a rally alert for this week. It's in a locked-in bear market, but the bear market is officially under correction. Like Bitcoin, it's in a excuse me, a bear market correction. So you have a bullish run off the bear market lows with a rally alert for this week. Other notable is silver futures also has a rally alert, and it's in a locked-in bear market with negative bearish momentum. The rally alert suggests that perhaps the lows could be getting put in, and we could now start to see a retracement and a nice little bull run. And so those are your notables off of that. Oh, last but not least, we got the New Zealand dollar, or the Kiwi, and we got the Swiss franc. Swiss franc has a oversold reading, so which suggests that the pullback that we saw could be over. So we could see a retracement run to the top side on that one, which means that the bull market the momentum for the bull market could relock in by the end of the week. So those are our alerts that we have for this week that we're looking at.
All right, cool. Let's do a couple of quick things. We had a couple of requests in the comments. We already went over Bitcoin. Let's see. LTC, we actually got to it. I thought I saw another one. Was it XRP? Someone had one.
Could be.
Yeah, XRP. Let's look at
yeah,
XRP.
I think the XRP was the one that didn't post on the list, and there was a data issue there. Hold on, while we're talking about it, let me just take a double look here. That issue should be easily corrected. Let me just look. I think that's what that was. Let's see, XRP. Let's see what we got. Yeah, no, you got the chart. I'm double checking these algos here.
Yep.
So bear with me. All right, yep, that's Ripple. Okay, so let's see. Yep, that's the one. All right, give me just a second. XRP.
While Dex is doing that, we do have a we do have our PulseWave trading for beginners this week for our Friday webinar. The link is in the description. That's going to be 1 p.m. this Friday, and you got to pre-register. So get that link. We're gonna tell you everything you need to know to get started with PulseWave trading, and tell you what kind of accounts you need to set up, what kind of capital you're going to need depending on what you're looking to trade. And you know, one of the cool things about crypto and Forex is very low capital requirements. So if you're just a beginner and you don't have a big account to trade, you could still get involved with those things. So we'll talk about all that kind of stuff this Friday, 1 p.m.
Okay, yeah, the Ripple thing should be corrected. So when that comes up on tonight's sheet, that should play out. And you have the chart up now. Okay, so you can see Ripple here, still in a well-defined bear market. Price and trend lines are below the Kumo cloud on this weekly chart. The market did try to break out, but it looks like it's just setting up for the next leg down here. The bottom of the Kumo cloud is acting as very strong resistance above 45. 45 seems to be a very well defended area. So we'll see what happens. But and of course, anything can happen. You know, enough orders could come in and push this thing back up inside the cloud. Hasn't been in the cloud for a long time though, so This one's still bearish overall.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, one more thing we've got to go over. You made some updates to our trend momentum over the last week. And so I added those to our instructions here, but I would like to get your take on these. So we added a 10 and we added the 20.
Yeah, basically the way it works is on the bull breakdown, you got 11, which is a long-term locked-in bull market on the weekly chart.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 is the correction mode off of the long-term bull market. You're now in full-blown correction.
So when you say that, you may still have trying to look for a way to word it so that I understand it. So you still have that's supposed to say now in, not no in. Basically, it's just a correction in a bull market.
Yeah, you've entered in correction mode at that point.
Okay.
And then a 1 is the beginning of a bull market. It's really a bullish momentum, more so, but it is like a mini bull run. The best example I can give you is the Bitcoin right now.
Right.
That would be like a 1 right now.
Yeah, I think we understand those. But the new ones for the people in the room, because this is the only change we've had. The 10 and the 20, they're essentially the same indicator. They're just one is bearish, one is for a bullish momentum market, one is for a bearish momentum market.
Right.
So,
the 10 is basically consolidation.
It's a pullback from a
long-term weekly chart.
A long-term. Okay.
Yes. So the 20 is the bearish consolidation, meaning that the bear market's now in full-blown correction mode, meaning that you're looking at rallies off the bear market lows. And with a 10, you're looking at crashes off of the bull market high.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that the market is reversing. You're just getting a pullback from the recent action.
Yeah, the market is reversing. It is a correction, meaning it's trying to find, in a bull market, it's trying to find a bottom. In a bear market, it's trying to find a resistance top.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
But keep in mind, when the markets do what they do, in a bull market correction, that sell-off can turn into a full-blown bear market. Likewise, in a bear market, that correction could turn into a full-blown bull market.
So this would be a very cautious indicator.
If you don't want to be short in that bear market when it's in a correction. Mm-hmm. If you're in a bullish correction off bear market lows, you're not short that market. You're taking profits and getting the heck out of the way. Okay. You're not adding new shorts at that point.
Okay. Very cool.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. I think that's about it for today, folks. We're going to be, let's see, I'm trying to track down V. We might be going live with V in a little while. I'm not sure. But thanks for watching. Head over to watchustrade.io and get in that room, get access to the PulseWave price triggers. We have 5 different sheets that we're offering right now. We have our crypto price triggers, the PulseWaves on the crypto, PulseWaves on FOREX, futures, indexes, and equities. And if you join now, you get access to all of that for one ridiculously low monthly price, which that's going to change. We're gonna be asking people to our people who are currently in our room are going to get grandfathered in to that price structure. So now is a great time to join and get access to that for the foreseeable future. All right, thanks everybody. We're going to close this down. PulseWave. No. I almost said the new the new
Tell where your mind is, right?
Yeah, it's 100%. That's where my mind is. Go to watchustrade.io. We'd love to see you in the room. All right, we're over and out. Take care, folks.
Peace.